So now we are going to learn the third type of the verb. So there are only three types of verbs. Okay, so it is either fi'l madin, it is either fi'l mudari, and this topic is about fi'lul amri. Fi'lul amri. Fi'lul amri. Or sometimes we just say fi'l amr. Fi'l amr. So fi'lul amri, this is the command verb, imperative verb. You want to command, you want to say, Ali, come here, Ali, do that, Ali, read, Ali, so and so, Ali, go. So we have to use this verb, fi'l amr. You don't use fi'l madi, you don't use fi'l mudari. Actually, you can use fi'l mudari, but that will be in another lesson. Today, we will just learn this verb, fi'lul amr. So fi'l amr, as I mentioned here, is used to command someone to do an action. So these are some examples of fi'l amr. So if these are the same words that we have learned in fi'l madin and also fi'l mudari. I just changed them to the form of fi'l amr. Okay, let us look at the first word. The first word is izhab. That is the fi'l amr. You want to ask somebody, Ali, go. You say to him, izhab. Izhab. Okay, izhab. Okay, can someone give me what is the fi'l madi for this word? What is the madi and what is the mudari for this word? You want to say when? You want to say go? Yes, anyone remembers what is madi? You can also refer to the notes on fi'l madi and fi'l mudari. Yes, Azam, do you have the word?
Yes.
You can write it.
Can you hear me, Ustaz?
Okay. Yes, we
Okay,
can hear you.
alhamdulillah.
Go.
Zahabtu.
Zahabatu. Okay, zahabatu.
Ana
No need to add the two. No need to add the two. I just need the basic verb. No need to say ana.
Sahaba.
Zahaba. Yes, thank you. So this is the fi'l madin. Zahaba. Okay, so zahaba. And what is the mudari for zahaba?
Ashabu.
What is the azhabu? Okay, yes, azhabu. But when normally when people ask you what is the mudari, we use the one that is for the damir huwa. So what is the fi'l if the damir is huwa? For fi'l madi just now it is zahaba. What is mudari? Just now Azam said azhabu. Yes.
Yashabu.
Yazhabu. Yes. So this is how we respond if somebody asks you to give the madi and the mudari of the verbs. Normally we choose the one that is for the damir huwa. All right. We start with huwa. Okay. So for example, we say zahaba huwa because that is referring to huwa. There is no change. So that is the basic words. Zahaba. And the mudari, and in mudari we say yazhabu. So zahaba yazhabu. Okay, now this is the amar. This is the amar, izhab. So izhab, we say go. Go. So for izhab, this is not for huwa, this is always for anta. When you use fi'l amar is always to say you. Not he, not I, not we, not they. Again, I repeat. For izhab, for fi'l amar, it is only for you. Okay, we command the second person, the person that you are talking to him. So then only you use fi'l amar. So there is no fi'l amar for ana, there is no fi'l amar for huwa or for hiya. So we will see that in a moment. But at the moment, and now we just need to go through the verbs. So you can memorize the amar. Okay. So zahaba, madi, mudari, yazhabu, and amar is izhab. Zahaba, yazhabu, izhab. Okay, at the moment, just memorize the words. Okay, now we go to the second word. Is'al, to ask. You want to say, Ali, ask a question. Is'al. I say, is'al. Okay, give me the madi for is'al, the madin and the mudari. Okay, look at the note and give me the madin and mudari. Okay, Izzati, do you have, can you give me the madi and the mudari?
Mardi is Sa'ala.
Madi is sa'ala.
And the Mudore is Yas'al. Yas'alu.
Yes, alu. Yes, correct. The madi for the word is'al is sa'ala. Yes, correct. So we say sa'ala, ask. And the mudare of this word is yas'alu. Yas'alu. Okay, so that is the two words, the fi'l madi and mudare. Sa'ala yas'alu, And what is the amr? Al. Is al. Okay, so just need to memorize the word. Is al. So here we have an additional E. Is al. Okay, good. Number 2. Number 3, the third word. Il'ab. I want to say play. Muhammad, play. Go play. Il'ab. Okay, what is the madi? Okay, Muaz, give me the madi and the mudari for il'ab. You can look at the notes. The madi is la'iba. Yes, and what is the mudari? Mudari is yal'abu. Mudari is yal'abu. So la'iba, yal'abu, that is the madi and mudari. And the amar is il'ab. Okay, next word, udrus, study. We want the madi and the mudari. Okay, for the word study. Naam, Jahan. Can you give me
sir.
the madi? Yes.
What?
Yes, what is the madi and mudari for udrus? The word study. Look at the notes.
Adrusu.
Yes.
Um,
Adrusu, that is mudari. I want fi'il madi. How do you say study in the
is
past
it
tense?
Darus?
It is darasa.
Oh, Darosa.
And the mudari is?
Darusu.
No, there is no darusu. Yadrusu.
Oh, Yadurusu.
Yadrusu. Okay, this is what I want all of you to do. I want you to go back to the lesson of fi'il madi and mudari, and I want you to write a list of all the verbs that you learned here. Okay, just like what we did here. Zahaba, yazhabu. So you write 3 columns. You make 3 columns. Okay, you make 3 columns. Okay, I want to see this. Fi'lun, the first one is fi'lun madin. Second column is fi'lun mudari. And the third column is fi'lu al-amr, the 3 verbs. Okay, the 3 verbs. So you write all these words. So find the fi'il madi for zahaba. So just now we have given you the fi'il madi. Zahaba. What is the mudari? Yazhabu. What is the amar? Izhab. So you put it here. Okay, you put it in your column. Sorry, you put it in your column again. So you say zahaba. Second one, yazhabu. Okay, the third word. What is the amar? Izhab. Okay, I want to say this. So please do this for all of the verbs. Is'al, sa'ala, yas'alu. Okay, please write handwriting, no typing. Okay, handwriting. Do this over the weekend. I want to see this. I want to see this next week. Is it okay? Tasneem, okay, Tasneem?
Yes, sir.
Jahan, okay?
Yes, sir.
Izati? Right. So please do this, everyone. Right? So izhab. I want to see madi, mudari, amar. So I will ask you next class. Okay, so you go through all of these words. Udrus, ifham, understand. Uktub, write. Ikra, read. Isma, hear. Ukhruj, go out. Irji', return. Uskun, we say live or stay. Uskun, stay. Ijlis, sit. Ishrab, drink. Kul, eat. Ibki, cry. So if you ask your friend to cry, please cry. Ibki. Qum, stand. Nam, sleep. Salli, pray. I will ask you to pray. Salli. Ajib, answer. Ajib, answer the question. Ijtahid, work hard. Qul, say. Okay, so this is, you saw this word a lot in the Quran, right? Qul huwallahu ahad, say. So these are all fi'l amar, command, verb. All right. So here I said that Arabic verb fi'l, so this is similar to all the other fi'l. They conjugate according to the pronoun, which means they will change according to the pronoun that you use. But for fi'l amar, the changes only occurred at the end of the verb. Okay, only occurred at the verb at the end of the verb. Okay, so you need to add something to the end of these words. That is point number one. Point number two, the changes are only for the 6 pronoun. So fi'l amar is only used for anta, you, antuma, both of you, antum, all of you, anti, you for female, antuma, both of you for female, antunna, all of you for female. Again, these are only, fi'l amar is only used for these 6 pronoun. There is no fi'l amar for huwa. If you want to ask he, if you want to say Ali must do, then we don't use fi'l amar, we will use fi'l mudhari. Okay, so this is for fi'l amar. So now we look at the tasrif, the jadwal tasrif fi'l amar, the table for conjugation of fi'l amar, the changes that will take place, the changes that will happen to a fi'l amar. Okay, so now we look at some example. The first example is the word izhab. Izhab. So izhab, go. This is fi'l amar, go. So when I say izhab, this is for the dhamir anta. Okay, not like fi'l madi or fi'l mudhari. When I say zahaba, when we start the fi'l, it is for the dhamir huwa, he. He went, he did, he so and so. But for fi'l amar, it is always for anta. Anta izhab. Right? That is number one. To say both of you, antuma, the same word izhab, but you just need to have the alif. You need to have alif after the word izhab. So izhab, then for two, for example, I want to ask Azam and Amal. I want to say both of you go. I will say Amal wa Azam izhaba. I will put this alif. So this alif is to be used for two. Izhaba. Okay, antuma izhaba. If I want to use this for jama, male and jama, antum. For example, I want to say to Azam, Muaz, and Amal. Okay, I want to say all of you go. So the word will be izhab, izhabu. You have the waw and the alif in the end. Okay, so this is for male. You want to say anta izhab, antuma izhaba, antum izhabu, where you have this waw. Right? Is it okay? Any questions for male version of the word? Okay. Now,
Sir?
yes.
Sir, can you repeat the last one? No.
Izhabu, is it this one?
Yeah, the last one.
Okay. Antum, so this is for all of you, male. So if I want to say all of you, for example, I say Azam, Muaz, and Amal, go. So I will say to them, Izhabu, all of you, go. So for Amar, for Antum, the word is still izhab, the same word, izhab, but you just add this waw in the end. Waw and with alif. So we say izhabu. Izhabu. So that is for antum. Alright. So now we want to use fi'l amar for a female, for auntie. For example, I want to ask Izati. Izati, go. So I will say to her, Izati, izhabi. So what do I add? I add this ya. We have this ya in the end of the verb. The verb is still the same, izhab. Izhab, but now we add this ya. So we say izhabi. Izhabi. Izati izhabi. Aisha izhabi. Tasnim izhabi. Go, I say. Izhabi. That is for auntie, you have the ya in the end. For two, antuma izhaba. This is similar for antuma. This is similar to antuma with muzakkar. So you add the alif. Izhaba. So that alif is for two. Izhaba. So I say Izati wa Jahan. Izhaba. Go. Izhaba ilal maktaba. Go to the library.
Izhabi.
Again, Jahan. What is Izhabi? No, we are here now. Izhaba. For two. Antunna, all of you. For female. Now, I want to say to Izati, Jahan, wa Tasnim. Okay, I want to ask, okay, you, all of you, go. So I will say, Izhab, and then I will add this nun, na. Izhabna. Izhabna. Antunna, Izhabna. So all of you, go. So, Antunna, izhabna. Okay, so again, we look at the words again. For anta, no need to change, no need to add anything. The word izhab is for anta already. Antuma, for both of you, you add alif. You have alif. Izhaba. Izhaba. Antum, izhabu. You have waw in the end. Izhabu. So bu, this is for jamak, for many. For a woman, anti izhabi. So you have the ya. Izhabi. Anti izhabi. Go. Antuma, both of you. Izhaba. Izhaba. So both of you go. Izhaba. Antunna. All of you. Izhabna. Antunna. Izhabna. Okay, so you have the noun. So these are the changes that will take place when you use fi'il amar for the dhamir anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, and also antunna. We look at another word. Udrus. Study. I want to say study. If I want to use it for anta, no need to add anything. You just udrus. Anta udrus. Muhammad udrus. Muaz udrus. If I want to use this for two, antuma, again, you add the alif. Udrusa. Udrusa. Both of you. Udrusa. If I want to say all of you, go study. Udrusu. So you have the wow. Udrusu. So the changes are similar to what you have seen just now. Anti, udrusi, udrusi. You add the ya. Udrusi, anti. Aisyah, udrusi, study. Antuma, for both of you, mu'annas. Jahan wa tasnim, udrusa. You say udrusa, you use the alif. Udrusa, go, study. And last one, antunna, udrusna. You add that nun. Udrusna, antunna, udrusna. Right? So this is for the verb udrus. Next, we look at the verb is'al. The same thing, the same changes. Is'al, ask. Antuma, is'ala. You add this alif. Is'ala. Antum, is'alu. You add the waw. Anti, is'ali. Antuma, is'ala. Antunna, is'alna. You add the nun. Right? And the last verb that is similar to what we have seen just now, ijlis, the verb ijlis, sit. So I say, sit. Ali, sit. Sit down, ijlis. Anta, ijlis. So I say, go, sit down, ijlis. Antuma, both of you. Amal, Azam, antuma, ijlisa. At the alif, you have the alif. So we say, antuma, ijlisa. Now I want to say, Muaz, Azam, Amal, ijlisu. All of you, sit down, all ijlisu. Right? And anti, I say, Izati, sit down. Ijlisi. You add the ya. Ijlisi, ya Izati. Izati wa Aisha. Ijlisa. Both of you, Ijlisa. And the last one for Jama. So for example, I say Jahan, Tasnim, Aisha. Ijlisna. You add the nun. Okay? So these are the changes that will take place when you use fi'il amar with all the dhamir. Okay, so far, any questions for these 4 words? All right. So for these 4 words, other than, so just now I asked you to write the madi, mudare, and amar for all these verbs. That is your first task. Your second task is I want you to go through these 2 lines, these two, the first lines and the second lines of verbs. Up to here, sorry. Up to this part. Up to ishrab. So now, I want you to practice the conjugation, the changes. So just now we did with izhab, izhaba, izhabu. Is'al, is'ala, is'alu. Udrus, udrusa, udrusu. Till the end. So I want you to try with the rest. Il'am, ifham, uktub, iqra, isma, ukhruj, irji', uskun, ijlis, ishrab. So please try all this with the dhama'ir. So how do you say ishrab? If I want to say drink, I want to say this to many people. Do I say ishrab or do I change to ishraba? Or is it ishrabu? Is it ishrabna? Which one? Okay. So do you understand? You need to do 2 things. All right. First is the list of madi and mudare. And the second is the changes. Okay. That is your task. And finally, okay, the last two words. Okay, for this last two group. So if you look at the last two group, you look at the verb. The verb is a bit different from the previous group. So from the previous group, in the previous group, you look at the verb, they all start with this. Izhab, this all start with alif. Udrus, is'al, ijlis. So it is either E or U. Okay, so that is the basic about fi'il amar. Most of the time you will see the fi'il amar start with E or U. No A at all. A, in some words, yes, you have A, but here you don't see A. It is always E and U. But for some fi'il amar, you don't see any alif in front of it. Okay, so for example, the word kul, there is no alif. For example, the word kul, this is kul, kaf, kul, eat. This is qaf, kul, say. So two different words. So for words like this, so we need to give you the list, because you cannot simply make changes just like what we saw, just like what we did, because sometimes you need to add certain words. Okay, so in this case, we just need to memorize. For example, the word kul, I want to say amal, kul, eat. So I will say kul. Anta, kul. Antuma, kula. So in this case, there is similar. It's similar to the previous word. Kula, you add the alif. Kul, kula. All of you, antum, kulu. Again, so this is similar to the previous example. You just add the wow. Anti, kuli. I say tasnim, kuli. Please eat. Kuli ya tasnim. Kuli. At ya. Antuma, kula. All of you, both of you. Jahan wa izzati, kula. Kula al-aruz. Eat the rice. And the last one for antunna, we say kulna. So for this group, even though the word does not start with alif, but the changes are similar to the previous groups. Okay, so sometimes it is similar, but sometimes you see some additional words. For example, the word kul. I want to say kul. Say kul. I say to you, anta kul. You say it. Kul. Kul hu Allahu. Say that Allah is ahad. Allah is one. Okay. For antuma, kula. Yes, you have the same changes, alif, but in the middle, you see this wow. This is what I mean just now. Sometimes you need to add additional letters. So these additional letters, there are specific lesson for it, but we don't cover it in our syllabus. Okay, we don't cover it in our syllabus. So for this word, particularly, you need to memorize the words. So anta kul, antuma kula, kula, you have additional wow, but the changes in end is still the same, are still the same. You add alif. Kulu, the change is still the same. You add wow. Kulu, the difference is that we have this wow in the beginning. Anti, kuli, antuma, kula, and antunna, kula. Yes. So these are some examples of fi'il amar, and together with their changes, the verb conjugation. Yes, any questions? No questions? Okay, if there's no question, let us try some verbs. Okay, before you do the exercise, let us try some verbs. Okay, I want the verb for uktub. Okay, let's look at the verb uktub. Right. Uktub. Okay, so now we want this verb uktub. I want this verb in the table. I want this verb in the conjugation table. How do I use the word uktub? So we want to use the word uktub, this word, for huwa. For anta. For anta, for antuma, for antum, for anti, for antuma, and for antunna. Okay, let us try this. Okay, the word uktub. Okay, what is the word if you want to use it for anta?
Uktub.
Uktub, yes, correct. So anta, it is uktub. There is no need to change anything. So anta, uktub. For example, I say Ali, uktub. Muaz, uktub. Right. Okay, good. Antuma. Now for two, antuma.
Uktuba.
Oktober. Okay. Antuma, Oktober. Yes, you add the alif. Antuma, Oktober. Good. Antuma, Oktober. Okay, that is for Antuma. Now I want to use this for Antum. All of you. Antum. Okay, how do you read the word now?
Oktubu.
Oktubu. Yes. So you put a wow, but don't forget you need the alif as well. But how do you read the word? It is Oktubu, not Oktubuwa, no? Oktubu. Okay, Oktubu. Okay, now Anti.
Uktubi.
Oktubi, yes, correct. Anti, we say Oktubi. Syukran Jahan. Oktubi. Yes, so this is the word. Oktob, and then you add the E, the Ya in the end. Oktubi, good. Okay, Antuma, both of you.
Uktuba.
Oktober, yes, good. Oktober, Oktob, the same fi'al, Oktob, but you add the alif. Oktober, good. Antunna, yes.
Uktubna.
Oktobna, sahih. Oktob, you just need to add the non. Oktobna. All right. So this is the examples, okay, of the verb conjugation for the verb oktob. Okay. Let us try another one. We try another one. We try the word irji'. Irji', return. Okay, I want to say, Ali, return to your home. Return to your campus. Okay, what is irji' for the word anta?
Irji.
Anta irji'. Anta irji'. Okay, yes, there is no change. Anta irji'. Okay, now antuma.
Irji'a.
Irji'a. Yes, thank you. Irji'a. Good. Antuma is irji'a. Okay, yes. Now antum.
Arji'u.
Not R.
No.
You don't read RGO. No. If you read RGO, it becomes fi'l mudari, present
Ji'u.
tense.
Ji'u.
Irji'u. Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
irji'u.
The word is irji'u. Yes, good. So that is the word. Irji'u. So the waw and alif is for jama. I say irji'u. All of you, go. Return. Anti.
Irji'i.
Irji'i. Good. Irji'i. Yes. That is correct. Irji'i. Anti irji'i. I say. All of you. Oh, you. Jahan. Irji'i. Go back. Antuma.
Irji'wa. Irji'wa.
No, it is not irji'uwa. The alif is correct, yes, but not irji'uwa. You just
Irja.
yes, irji'a.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't say irji'uwa, no irji'a. So the ain must follow the next letter, which is alif. So we say irji'a. And lastly, antunna.
Irji'una.
Ir not irji'una. Look at the word again. Irji'.
Un.
No own. You look at the previous example. You put a sukun for the last letter.
Okay.
Oktobna. So
Okay.
this should be
Irjikna.
irji'na. This should be irji'na.
Ji'ana. Irji'ana.
Alright? Yes. Yes, good. Irji'na. So please practice this with the rest of the verbs. Okay, please practice this with the rest of the verbs. But for the verbs like cool, cool, you will see, yes, you can do this, cool. Ibki, this one you will need to have additional letters, so you don't have to do this. You just do up to cool. Kom, no need to do this. Nam, no need to do. No need to do this. Yes, ijtahid, yes, you can follow what we had here. But the rest, no need to do because this will involve other changes. Okay. Any questions for the fi'al amar? So with this, we have
Sir,
completed.
can you explain the work hard?
Which one?
The like istahid.
Work hard. Okay, good. Ijtahid. All right, thank you. So this is, if you look at the word, it is a bit long, right? This is 5-letter words. Ijtahid. The changes are similar.
So
The
like
changes are
for
similar.
anti istahidi.
Yes,
For
correct. For
anta
anti, you say
istahid, and for
ijtahid.
what else?
Antuma.
Antuma, it should be istahida.
Correct. Yes.
And for
Antum.
antum istahidu.
Yes, correct. Good.
Okay. And
Ijtahida. Antum ijtahidu. Yes, sahih.
and
Anti.
an what an
Anti. No,
istahidina.
no, that is for antunna.
Oh, okay. Antumna for istahidna.
Yes, antunna is ijtahidna. Yes. But what is
Okay.
anti? For anti,
Istahidi.
yes, sahih. Good. Ijtahid. You see, it is the same thing.
Okay.
Ijtahidi. Okay, antuma ijtahida. This is similar to muzakkar antuma. And finally, antunna ijtahidna.
Istahidna. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Tasmia. Even though this is a long verb, but the changes are all similar. I mean the changes at the end. They are all similar. You add a, you add u, you add e, okay, you add na. The changes are all similar. But what I said just now, some verbs you need to add additional letter in the middle. So for those words, there are special lessons for that. So we do not need to do that lesson. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So if there's no question, that is our lesson today. So again, I repeat. So what you need to do is, number one, you need to list out the Madi, Mudare, Amar. Just look at the notes again and give me the list. So now you will know the complete list of the verb Madi, Mudare, Amar. Madi, Mudare, Amar for all of these verbs. That is task number one. Task number two, you practice with these changes. Oktob, Oktober, Oktober, Oktobi, Oktober, Oktobna. All right. And this is a clue. If you can compare this fi'il amar with fi'il mudari. You can compare fi'il amar with fi'il mudari for anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antuna, and you will see some similarities between madi and mudari. Sorry, between mudari and amar. Okay, you will see some similarity. I mean the changes that you see in the end. Okay, so you will see some similarities. So go back to the lesson and do this, and inshallah we'll continue on Monday.